Okay, good morning to all of you. And now we'll continue the discussion where you have stopped in the previous class. And I hope I'm audible to you people. Just any one of you type yes so that you can continue our discussion. Am I audible to you? Okay, thank you. So last class we have discussed, I hope all of you are remembering this particular example. Let me know what you concluded. This is one example I shown to you people in the last class, and I also asked what you concluded. Let me know. You can just type what's your conclusion. Anything what you made your practice in your room. Very good. Somebody is typing. I think Hanwal is typing. If a number is greater than plus or minus 5, it will round to next highest integer, and less than minus 5, then it will round to the nearest lower integer. Very good. Somebody else? Anybody has tried? Type what you concluded. Lakshmi has told, sir, screen is not visible. Okay, I'll present it. Thank you, Kirti. Hope, is it visible now? Is it visible now or not? 1 minute. Many are entering now. Admit. Okay. Admit. Okay. Now, let me know anybody has tried and concluded something. Or somebody might have undergone training also. The online training somebody might have taken on this particular Python. You can tell the answer. What is your conclusion? Because here some doubts will come. 7.5, it is rounding to the 8. 4.5, it is rounding to the 4. Hope all of you are observing this particular part. Anybody is getting any idea? Nobody has tried. Oh, great, yeah? 70 students are there, but nobody has tried. Why it is? Okay, have you executed these programs or not? Okay, let me go to the next slide. We'll come back to this if time permits. Remember, if you want to become an expert, you have to execute the programs, you have to understand. Otherwise, it will be very difficult to become an expert in. Especially, Python is a huge it is. We cannot discuss every instruction in the class. You have to execute more programs in your room. So let us go to the next. So far we have discussed these things. Now, many useful mathematical functions are provided by the MathModel, which is imported with the statement import math. The way how you used to do in your C language, hash include stio.h, etc. Header file used to include. Here we do the same thing. Import, use a model math. If I once import this math, lot of mathematical functions are available in this particular math model. You can use those functions. Even one by one you can execute. That itself will take hours together. Simply will show you that particular list, and you can note down, or you can take a snapshot, or you can Google it. All functions are available. But what you have to do is you are supposed to execute one by one. So just go through. I'll give you the 20 seconds. Math.square root of x to find the square root of x. Like that, log of x to find the log of x. And if you want base 10, base e, different functions are available. Sine is there, cos is there, tan is there. Like that, arctan is there. These are available once if you include a import math. And remember, angular arguments are are assumed to be in radians. This is the one important point which you have to remember. Similarly, many are there. We cannot execute each and every function. Simply you can try using one or two. You have a arc tan h, cos h, sin h, tan h, gamma of x, degree of x. So many functions are there. Simply you are supposed to use and you have to check. And to execute all these things, this itself will take a lot of time, but we spend hardly a minute or two. To execute these, you will take hours together to understand. So please spend the time. Tomorrow is a Sunday, today half day you are free. Execute all these things. And remember, at any time, I may ask you to send whatever the programs you executed. So for that, what you are supposed to do, whenever you type a program, whenever you execute, copy paste that program in a MS Word. After that, take a snapshot of that result. Take and dump that in the MS Word in the same file. Do this continuously, and definitely one or the other day I will ask you to submit that in the classroom. So let us go to the next. Some functions provided by the math module. Import math I have to write. Math exponential of minus 1.5, I am getting the answer. Cos of 0 I am writing, I am getting the answer. And math of square root of 16, if I type, I will get a 4.0. Just go through this. You have 20 seconds. The math model also provides the two very useful non-function attributes. One is pi, another is the exponential. Use the value of pi and e, the base of the natural logarithm. These are a sample example how we can do it. Math dot. You can write square root, square, etc. whatever you want. Now, let us go to the next. These are the samples. Import math. It is same as from math import star. This also works. Cos of 180, I'll get a minus 0.598. Similarly, I have executed these instructions. Hope you people can understand. In the simulator, online simulator, I have done this execution. Import math, print math, exponential minus 1.5, 0, square root of 16, cos of 180 I have done. And answers, results are also, you can see here. Observe the results also. And simply I am executing in the online simulator. I have not installed any software in my laptop. Even these things you can do in your mobile also. No, you don't do it. I'll give the time for that also if needed. Now you just try to understand how to use it. If you want, you can copy down at least one. Print math dot cos of 0. At least you'll come to know how to use. One or two statement if you copy down, it is enough. You'll come to know how to use remaining. Let us go to the next. Import math dot. Functions can be concatenated. This is one example. It is given math dot, sin dot, math dot, pi. Pi value you will get. Divided by 2. So I'll get an answer 1.0. And the same thing is executed here. I used import math, print math dot sin math dot pi by 2. So I'll get an answer 1.0. So this concatenation is possible. And the exact answer is arc cos is root 3 by 2. It is a 30 degree. This is very important, try to understand. Hey, see here. Math dot degree, math dot arc cos, math square root of, it is nothing but square root of 3 by 2. See, I should get 30 actually. What it is stored inside is 30.0000, so many zeros, 4. You can observe here, I am not joking. This is the answer what you are getting. Why is Komal so late? So please see here, observe this and try to understand. I'll give you 20 seconds. Copy down. Just understand this. One important point is there here. I want all of you to understand this. Harshavardhan. Those who are coming late, it is stored. Timing will be noted. Let us go to the next. Variables. All of you know what is the meaning of variable, etc. Variable name can assigned to any object and used to identify that object in future calculations. These things are done in your C language also. Variables also referred as object identifiers or identifier names. This is one important point which you have to remember. Need not declare the variables. Hope all of you are remembering. Int, I, j, k we used to do in case of our C language. In case of our Python, no need to declare the variable. Python is dynamically typed language and the necessary object type is inferred from its definition. This is very important. Please try to understand this point. In C language, you have to declare before you use, but here directly you can use based on the definition. It will understand, and dynamically it is a typed language. With example, we are going to see later. Variable names, these are case sensitive. A and A are different. A capital A, lowercase a are different. Many may contains letter, underscore, all these things you know in your C language also, and any other 0 to 9, but must not start with a digit. The same rule what you have done in your C language. True, false and none cannot be assigned as a variable names. Not be the same as one of the reserved keyword. These things you know, even in C language also reserved words cannot be used as a variables. I'll give you 2 minutes. Read these things. What are the reserved words which you should not use in your Python as a variable? You cannot use for, you cannot use pass, you cannot use while, you cannot use if as a variable name. Just go through, try to understand, try to remember. Read it twice or thrice. You have another 1 minute. Go through. Don't do any other work till class completes. Don't do parallel work, otherwise you'll never understand anything. Read it. And quiz will be conducted. At least every 10 days I'll conduct a quiz, whatever I have discussed. That's why you have to be active in the class. Every slide you have to remember. Don't ask to share the slide. Note down. Be present in the class. Let us go to the next. Certain style in naming variables. All of you know, name area is better than A. Instead of giving A as a variable, you can give a area as a variable. It will be very easy to understand. But don't give the area of a triangle. Don't give this much of big name to the variable. Avoid. It should not be too small. A. It should not be like this, the area of a triangle. It's better to use as an area. Don't use uppercase I, lowercase l, or the uppercase letter 0, because they look too much like the digit 1 and 0. It is very difficult to trace. It is very difficult to debug. Avoid using these things. And names I, j, k usually used as integer counters in most of the program. There is no rule, but most of them they use this. Even in C language also we use I, j, k as a integer only. It's a practice. Most of them they do it. There is no written rule for that. And use lowercase names only as much as possible. So these are some of the points. Just read it once. Read it once or twice. See your laptop only. So let us go to the next. This is one formula which gives the area of a triangle with a side A, B, C. How to find out area equal to square root of s into bracket s minus a, s minus b, s minus c, whereas s is a half into bracket a plus b plus c. How to write a program for this? One by one instruction we write. In front of the command prompt we will write one instruction. A equal to, I'll assign some 4.503. B equal to, I'll assign something. C equal to, I'll assign. S equal to, it's given in the problem statement, S equal to 1 by 2 A plus B plus C. Then S equal to, I'll write A plus B plus C divided by 2. Then area is given, square root of S into S minus A, S minus B, S minus C. I'll write on the equation area equal to math. See here, math dot square root of S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C. Then I'll type area so that I'll get an answer. Copy down these instructions once and understand. But remember, don't forget to import the math if you have already in this Python session. Reason is, when I say square root math dot, import math is a must. Another 30 seconds you have. Just go through, try to understand. In front of the prompt how to do it. No doubt we'll try to execute in the online simulator also. Let us go to the next slide. I want all of you to execute this program. 1 minute. I'll share in the chat. I'll stop sharing for a moment. Otherwise, we'll see if possible from this file I can share. So in the chat, I will share the code. Simply try to execute this, and the link is, all of you know already. Yesterday I have given you the link, even it is there in the slide also, but I had to stop sharing. Yesterday link I have given, otherwise I'll share that also. I'll stop sharing now. One minute, I'll give you the link also so that you can execute. We'll spend 2 minutes for that. Just a minute, wait for a minute. I'll share the link also. Now open this link, execute that. Again, I'll try to share the screen. Am I audible or not? Okay, execute it. Thank you. Done. What is the answer, sir? Done. Okay. Nobody is getting error. Done. Okay. Let me anybody is getting error? If you are getting error also, you type it. Yeah, Kirti Mathad. Very good. Yes sir, error. But many people told they executed. Some people are telling error. Yes. Okay. Yes, Abhijit Bhatt. Nice guy. He told very nice answer. Yes, Vachan Shettar. Akshay. Vishwas Bhatt. Pavan Hegde. Pavan Hegde is correct. Intentionally I have given the space because to teach you, you have to do that. Intentionally I have done because you will come to know this when you make error. Otherwise everything will execute properly, then you will never understand anything. Always failures are the pillars of success. So one important point you have to remember, intentionally I introduced while sending only. Somebody might have observed when I was sharing the screen. And this is very important. Remember, either it is in IA or whether it is in an assignment, whether it is in the main exam, you are supposed to maintain this indentation. You have to put one line for that. Along with that line only you have to write. Even a space creates a lot of headache. Beginning, I took several hours to understand that because nobody was teaching to me Python. I was learning or I was teaching myself. So this is one important point I wanted to teach you. Hope all of you understood this. Now, let us go to the next. This is a data type and memory address of the object. This is very important. Few slides you try to understand. Type and ID. Type of A means the output you will get which type of A. If it's an integer, if it's a float, you will get that idea, that particular information. And another very important is idea of area. If I write, address of that area will come. Just I will close the window. There's a lot of noise is coming. Okay. Idea of area, it's like an address. Hope all of you are remembering, every data will be stored somewhere. That address will get, for example, area. Uska address you will come to know. So this is a program I executed. A equal to 4.503, something I have assigned. Please remember, hey, see here. Very, very important, 2-3 slides are. Print type of A, I will come to know it is a float because I assigned 4.503. Print type of A, I got a float. Print idea of A, I got an address. Understand this. It's very, very, very important. Now, Python comparison operators. Equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. These things you have studied in your C language also, and in general all of you know these things. For example, 7 equal to 8, answer will be false. 4 is greater than or equal to 3.14. Yes, of course, 4 is greater than this. Therefore, answer is true. Note the importance of the difference between the equal to and equal. A equal to 7, it assigns. A equal to 7, it's a test. Remember this. Take a few seconds, go through this, try to understand. Assignment and equal to, the comparison, how we can do it. Let us go to the next slide. Answer the question. You can type either yes or no, or you can type true or false. A equal to 0.01, B equal to 0.1 raised to 2. You can use your calculator and do it. False. Who is telling false? Aishwarya Inamdar is telling false. False. Okay. Many are telling false. You might have executed in. Why it is false? How you are telling it is false? You can unmute or you can type. Both are okay for me. Why it is false?
He will store the previous values, sir.
No. Try to understand. Somebody told very good. Always I appreciate even though answer is right or wrong. See, A equal to 0.01 madam. B equal to 0.1 raised to double star means raised to 2. अगर आपने 0.1 raised to 2 किया तो A 0.01 ही आएगा ना आपको. We are comparing whether A equal to B or not now. Whether the answer is true or false I am asking. You can use your calculator and tell. Okay. Many are telling true. Anybody is now everybody changed answer यार. सब लोग false बोल रहे थे. Teacher ने true बोला तो true है. Okay. Anybody is telling false? Please type it. It is raised to Shiva. Something is telling. Can you tell something completely? It is raised to. Okay, raised to. Oh, you mean to say 0.1 raised to. Okay. Whether answer will become 0.01 or not, when I say 0.1 double star 2 means whether the b will become equal to 0.01 or not. It's not a multiplication. Not multiplication. Equal. Okay. Sindhu equal. Shiva is true, sir. Abhijit Bhatt. Yeah, how you told this, Abhijit? True. Hey, you're telling something contradictory answers, yeah? B equal to something you're telling, Abhijit? It is exponential. Okay, not raised to. Okay, exponential, sorry. I told, okay, exponential. Both are not equal. Sindhu is telling. You both are not equal. Why both are not equal? If you do 0.1 exponential, okay. Anybody want to tell any answer? You can type or you can tell, no problem.
Equal to 0.01.
Huh?
Hello, excuse me, sir.
Huh, please.
Hello. Sir, A equal to 0.01
Yes, madam.
and B equal to when we will execute that time it will come 0.01000 up to 2, sir.
Huh.
So these both are when we will execute it will come false.
Okay. May I know your name, madam?
Sindhu, sir.
Sindhu. Sir, both are not equal. Sindhu told. Very good. Anybody else? I think Abhishek Bhatt has typed some answer. Okay, many are now doing it. Jnanasri is typing. Very good. I'm happy that all of you are executing and telling. I'm so happy. And the answer, a few students they are given false. Abhijit Bhatt is telling false. It will execute value until it terminates. Okay, false. Naina is now telling false. Okay. Please remember, this is very important. Why I spend a little time on this. This, most of the time, when you execute, you may get false. Vijayanand is telling false. Calculator, if you use, you may get the same 0.01 only, b equal to. Manually, when you do it, you will get a b equal to 0.01. Definitely, a should be equal to b. See here. Care should be taken in comparing floating point numbers for equality. Answer you will get is false. Those who are executed just now, they might have seen that it is false. And yes, this is an executed program only I am showing you. What I got. Mahima is telling false. Okay, anybody want to say something? You can tell now.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Huh?
Sir, if the same question is being asked in the exam and we will be not having our laptops to execute, sir, then obviously we'll put true, no, sir.
That's why you will fail, madam, in the interviews also. Huh? That's why we are teaching now only. You execute 10 times. Or today morning to till evening you execute. Check how many times you are getting true. This is a time for you to do the conclusion, learn it.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. You please tell your name before you start any discussion so that I will come to know who has talked to me. Okay.
My name is Lakshmi Priya, sir.
Lakshmi?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Now let me go to the next. Read this. What your friends have told. Sometimes 0.01 may be stored as 0.1 may become different. Hence answer is false always. You execute 10 times or 20 times. Let you check how many times you get it true. Even if you get a few times true also, next class you can tell me, sir, I did it and I got these many times true, these many times false. And this is a time for you people to check it. Now, this is a program I executed. A equal to 0.01, the same thing, exponential 2.1, C equal to A equal to C I have checked, A equal to B. This is very interesting, just please check it this. Read this and see the answer results. When I am a equal to 0.01, b equal to 0.1 exponential 2, c equal to a, print a equal to c, what I am getting? True. A equal to b, I am getting false. When I print it, a I got something, b I got something, c I got 0.01. It's very interesting. Type it, execute it whenever you get time. So until unless you execute, you will not understand. Until unless you execute, you will not become an expert. Until unless you execute, you will never be confident. Remember that. Let us go to the next. Recall this. What is that? This slide. I'll give it 2 minutes. I'll move this side so that you can see completely. What was your conclusion? What is your conclusion? Some students are telling, sir, I tried a equal to 0.2 and 0.1 raised to 2 multiplication and checked for the equality. The result is true. Okay, good. Mahima has tried. Very good. Now, you can try that again. Mathematical function. What you have discussed this. I asked you to tell your conclusions in this and I do something. Now I am sure somebody will tell the answer. You should tell if you attended today's class. Why? The same question. 7.5. 7.5 it is 8. 4.5 it is 4. Why? Everyone should tell the answer. Fast. It may be right or wrong. Either you unmute and tell, or what you can do, simply you can type the answer. Okay. Pavitra, because 4 is even number. Something she is telling. Something is always better than nothing. Pavitra, good, you are trying. But answer is not correct. Have you tried with all the even numbers? If you have tried, let me know. Pavitra told something. What about others? Those who are interested to learn the subject, you should try. You have to use your brain. You have to spend the time. Shiva, less than 5 will round off lower number. Yeah, true. Hanwal, Goprappa, if I am right. If a number is greater than or equal to 5, it will round off to the next highest integer. And if it is less than or equal to 5, then it will round off to the nearest lower integer. Are Baba, round 7.5, round 4.5. I am getting two different answers. I am again showing you executed program only. I am not typing it. This is an executed program. All of you can see here. 7.5 when I rounded it becomes 8. When I rounded 4.5 it becomes 4. Why? So, tell the answers fast. Use your brain. Rishikesh Kulkarni, if the number is between two integers, then even number is returned. Okay. Will you conclude like this only? Have you executed 2-3 examples yesterday and you are concluding? Or simply you are concluding? Conclusion means you have done some experiment. Observing the results, you are concluding something. 7.5 is greater than 5, so Shiva, 7.5 is greater than 5, so okay. Very good, something he is telling, I appreciate. Yes sir, executed 3 examples. Rishikesh Kulkarni. Even numbers are rounded to itself, odd numbers are rounded to the next number. Anusha Joshi. Okay, Anusha, have you tried? How many examples you have tried? Anusha, yes sir, 3 examples she has tried. Okay. Others also you try. And today if you have tried, tomorrow also you try, day after tomorrow you try, then you can do the conclusion. Okay? So let us go to the next. We'll see how many of you will conclude and tell at least in the next class. And whatever you are typing, all these will be stored in my MS Word file. Now we go to the next. So some example. 7 equal to 8? No. Therefore false. 4 is greater than or equal to 3.14? Yes, it is true. Note the importance of the difference between the equal to and equal to. It's an assignment, it is a test. And these are the same thing what I executed. I am showing you the result. Somebody has typed something. If Python 3 exact halfway numbers are rounded to the nearest even result. Ganesh is typing. Okay, thank you. Truth table. All of you know. Just go through. Not true becomes false, false becomes true, and or when both are false, then only the answer is false, and when both are true, answer will be true. I'll pause for a few seconds. Most of you know the answer. Simply revise these three. E&C, CS people will be knowing more and remembering this. For mechanical, civil people, you may have to spend a little time. For you people, it is known to you. Okay, let us go to the next. 7.0 is greater than 4 and minus 1 is greater than or equal to 0. Now I am using an AND equivalent to true or false. The answer is false. 5 is less than 4 or 1 is not equal to 2. Both are true. 5 is less than, no, this is not true. Or is there. If 1 is true, the answer will be true. When I say and, both should be true to become answer true. Order of the precedence, all of you know, not, and, or. So not, first it will be done. Then next or will be done. Okay, these are some of the points which you have to remember. Now, Boolean expression and conditional assignment. A equal to 0, A or 4 is less than 3. See, another important point, these things you can understand very easily. A equal to 0 is there and 4 is less than 3. 4 is greater than 3 actually, therefore false. And A is some value. When I say A plus 1, automatically it becomes other than 0. When it is other than 0, A is how much? 0. 0 plus 1. It will become 1. Not of 1. False. You can try these things in your simulator. Read this. Try to understand. Boolean constructor converts an object to a Boolean object. This is very important. Logic expressions are evaluated left to right, and those involving and or are short circuited. The meaning is the second expression is only evaluated if necessary. When I say and, if first itself is 0, second will not be evaluated. Like that. If one is false, second whether true or false, answer will be false only. Like that we say short circuited. Read it, note down this, try to understand. Let us go to the next. This is a program I executed. Try to observe this. Read it, understand this. Why it is false, why it is true. Simply understand it. Go through this. You have 2 minutes maximum, another 1 minute 40 seconds. Understand why it is true, why it is false. You can take a snapshot for your later reference. Don't ask the slides. Note down, learn it. Understand why it is true, why it is false. Like this, you can write some instructions and you can execute. Another 30 seconds I'll wait, then we'll go to the next slide. Okay. Kruti is telling something, sixth line. Anybody want to explain sixth line? Okay, Shiva, you can explain. You can unmute your mic and you can explain, Shiva. Yes.
Here, A is equal to 0. I am Vachan, sir.
Okay, Vachan want to explain. Very good.
Yes, sir. Here A is equal to 0, sir.
Yes.
Means it is false. That means it is false. And OR operation, and for 4 is lesser than 3. That is also false. That
Yes.
is false, and false is equal to false.
Very good. Very good. Thank you. Still, if anybody is having doubt, Abhijit has typed. Some people they love to type, some people they love to talk. Both are welcome. Okay, thanks. Anybody having still doubts? That's why I spent time on this slide. Okay, now what you should do, I want you to execute that. I'll do one thing. I'll share the code with you people. I'll pause. I'll stop sharing. I'll give it 1 minute. I will share the code. 2 codes I'll share you. You execute these 2 one by one. Just a minute. Maybe a network issue. Chart I'm unable to get. Okay, I'm getting now. Okay, somebody is telling 9th line, we'll check it. This is one program you execute now. And I'll try to give the another program. Just now what you have seen. You try to execute the second also. Maybe a little while doing the selection, I might have selected a few extra lines. After the example, you take it and execute. Okay, 2 are that. 2 programs I've shared with you people. And somebody was asking 9th line. I didn't. Okay, let me check what was our 9th line. Okay, let me go to the slide. Okay. Try this 9th line. Somebody is asking, anyone if you can explain 9th line. Why it is false?
Sir, I am Vachan, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. For Boolean, it should either return true or false, sir.
Yes.
0 it is false, and true it is, for 1 it is true, so hence it is false.
Okay. So you told correctly, but somebody might have not understood. Can you tell it once again slowly?
Yes, sir. So for Boolean, it should return any of the 2 conditions, either true or false.
Yes.
In Python, it is considered as 0 as a false value and true as a 1 as a true value, sir.
Correct.
So from print bool 0.0 is nothing
what about bool of 0.0? What it will return? False. Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
But what somebody is understanding is bool of 0 means 0 is already false, no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. You see, somebody is typing something. Let me. Okay, Aishwarya has typed that. Very good. Naina, what if we give boolean with some other number? Hey, you give it, yaar. Naina, don't ask. Your computer will not blast. Your mobile will not blast. It will never burn. You just do it.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Tell your name.
I'm Sindhu, sir.
Huh.
Sir, but here you have given print bool -1 no, sir. For minus value also it will come true.
Just try and understand. Give -3. Give some values. That's why I spent the time. I have given you the code also in the chat box. Execute. Computer will give you the better answer than any teacher. Try first few examples. And I will ask a conclusion to you only. Do it. Sir, it showed true. Naina. Okay. It showed true means for which line I didn't understand. Naina was telling which number, line number. For other than 0 and 1. Okay. If you have completed the execution of both or at least second one, you can say completed. Okay. Parvati Devi, she is showing the answers. She is simply copy and pasted all the answers. Very good. Abhijit, Aishwarya, Satvik, Mahima, Hegde, Jyoti, Rishikesh, Sindhu. Done and understood. Very good. And Akhilesh, Aishwarya, Sahana, Komal, Soumya, Surat, Srinivas, Sri Lakshmi, Akshita, Lakshmi, Akash. Okay, most of them they are completed now. Very good. Hope all of you understood how to execute a programs and how the instruction works also you'll come to know by giving a different inputs. Very good. Okay. Now, let me go to the next. What is the next? Okay, these are the programs I wanted to ask you to execute. Anyway, all of you execute. Okay. Kruti, for the 9th line for your slide, if we use any other number than 0, for example 0.2, 0.3, the result is coming true, sir, and 0.0 is false. Very good. Kruti has observed something. Just check others also. What Kruti is typing. 0.0 it will take false, but 0.0 other than that. Kruti, try 0.000001 also. Darshini, yes sir. Okay. This is very important what Kruti is observing. I think 9th line she is concentrating and she is writing 0.2, 0.35, give it different 0.0. So any value other than 0 is true. Abhijit, but you always tell in one line. Very good answer. 0001 is true. Yes, Kruti, correct. So that only I wanted you to observe. Because see, when you are chatting now, all 72 students are observing this. Even if one student does it, it's equivalent to 70 students have done it. So that's very, very important. That's the reason I'm asking you people to share whatever the answer you are getting so that others will also understand. 0.000200 other than any value other than 0 is true. So Hasini Malimat is telling. Very good. Hope most of you understood this. There's one line to understand this. Sometimes individually when you are doing it will take more time. When you are doing in group like this, it will take less time. It's showing true for any value other than 0. Darshini Salimat is telling. Yes. So I think time is almost over. Another 1 minute is remaining. So yeah, we'll try to finish this particular slide. Python defines a single value, none, of the special type, non-type. It is used to represent the absence of the defined value. For example, where no value is possible or irrelevant, we use none. In Boolean comparison, none is evaluated to false. Read it. 1 minute you take and read it. Vachan Shettar is telling, yes sir, for other than 0 it is always 1. Okay, those who have undergone any training already about Python, if somebody might have done it, let me know one answer from you people. Mutable, immutable, what you understood? How you convince somebody? Mutable, immutable. Those who have already studied, those who have read this book, or those who have undergone some training, those who have done certification courses, for them this is a question. What do you mean by mutable, immutable? And this question is to everybody. Abhijit is telling something good. And how to convince somebody? Immutables cannot be changed. These 2 lines are not sufficient, Abhijit. Correct. Both the lines are correct. But these are not enough to convince somebody. Mutable, anything that can be changed. Surat Shetty is telling. I want you people to understand these 2. Take a Sunday whole day. Understand mutable, immutable. Go through videos available in the YouTube. Go through the book, whichever books you are having. I want you people to convince me. Mutable, immutable. Immutable are built in, sir. I think Goprappa is telling. Okay, anybody else? Mutable means you can change it anytime in between. Hegde is telling, Pavan. Yes. How do you convince me? We'll see it. Anyway, okay, somebody.
Hello, sir. Yes, sir. For mutable, like any data types can be included in the list, sir. For immutable, it cannot be changed, sir. Like only particular data types should be included.
Who is talking?
Vachan, sir. Vachan.
Vachan is telling something. Thank you. But this is not sufficient to understand for some students. So I want a person who knows this. We'll see how he convinces. A person who don't know how to understand. Anyway, time is over. We'll wind up now. Mutable, ability to change. The line is different. Most of them they are typing the same line. I want you people to explain me using one particular small program in the next class. You can type in the chat box. It is a challenge to you people. Type in the chat box a few lines. Convince every student that it is a mutable. Convince everybody that it is immutable. Take a challenge. Write a few lines in the chat box. Next class, you come forward. Anyone of you can explain. Okay, shall we wind up now? Thank you. Have a good day. Take care. And try to execute programs tomorrow, today also. I want every one of you should become an expert in the Python. Thank you. You can sign out.